Okay, let's jump right in. You know what's stifling your progress. Excessive talking. That's quite a line to start with from the sources you shared.
It really is. Pretty blunt.
Yeah. So today in this deep dive, we're looking into that idea, the strength in silence, maybe,
Yeah.
and the power of action over just talking about plans.
Exactly. Our mission here is to explore why this material argues quite strongly that no one cares about what you say you're going to do. They care about what you actually do.
Right.
And we'll see how this isn't just like a fitness guru thing. It argues this applies universally, your job, relationships, personal growth, pretty much everything.
Okay, so that takes us to the core message, right? The source puts it as speak less, lift more. Let's unpack that. It's obviously not just about lifting weights at the gym,
Yeah.
or is it? What's the lift more part really mean here?
Well, it uses that metaphor, but applies it much wider. The source says it's for every part of life, in business, in relationships, in your fitness. So lifting more means, actually engaging with the hard stuff,
Yeah.
tackling the challenges. It could be lifting the weight of a tough conversation, like you said, or taking on a bigger project, or just pushing past a personal barrier you've got.
Okay.
The material really emphasizes that action is the ultimate language. It's shown through consistency, through discipline.
Right, not just words.
Exactly. Through effort that doesn't need validation from others. Think
Yeah.
about it. Your boss sees the results, your friends see you showing up. That's the lift. It's consistent, disciplined effort. It speaks for itself.
That makes sense. But we live in an age of, personal brands sharing everything online. Does this silent approach, does it get lost? Or is that kind of the point?
I think that is the point, according to this material. It actually links this action to a specific kind of silence. Not literal quiet, necessarily, but intense focus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it compares it to gritting your teeth, controlling your breath during a really heavy physical lift.
Yeah.
It's that state of being so locked in that the outside noise just fades.
Right, you're just completely present in the effort.
Precisely. And what's fascinating here is that silence. That's power. That's presence. The source even uses this term, being a savage, for someone who operates this way.
A savage. Okay.
Yeah, meaning you don't need to post anything because your results speak for themselves. It says the only quote you need is your physique, your bank account, your work ethic.
Wow. That's direct. So it's not just about being quiet, it's channeling that energy into the work.
Exactly. All that energy goes into doing, not explaining or broadcasting. And stepping back, the bigger idea is that this world doesn't reward noise, it rewards proof. Undeniable proof.
Proof, like
The results you get. When you hire someone, you look at their track record, right? Their
Yeah.
portfolio, not just what they say they can do.
True.
And that proof, the source argues, is built with every rep, every sprint, every late night you choose to build instead of binge. It's all that unseen effort that eventually becomes visible results. You bypass that need for constant outside approval, which honestly can drain a lot of energy.
Yeah, I can see that. Focusing on the work, not the reaction to the idea of the work.
Exactly. The silence lets you conserve energy and maintain pure focus.
Okay, so bringing this back to the listener, for you listening right now, how do we take this philosophy, this silent grind, and actually apply it? Does it really lead to becoming elite, like the source claims?
Well, the source's final thought really hammers this home. You don't need to talk about becoming elite. You need to become elite.
Mm-hmm.
It's a challenge, really, a challenge to shift from just intending, planning, talking, to actually executing. Closing that gap between what you say you want and what your actions show you're doing. Letting the results create your reality, quietly but undeniably.
That's a fundamental shift, isn't it? From explaining the
Yeah.
goals to just showing the results, cuts through a lot of the noise.
It really does. So if you take one key idea from this deep dive into the sources you shared, maybe let it be this mantra: grind in silence, flex in results.
Grind in silence,
Yeah.
flex in result.
Yeah. So the question to leave you with is, what weight in the world, literal or metaphorical, will you silently lift and prove starting tomorrow?